Hey guys, so I just got back from the theater from seeing another double feature. Luckily, this time, this weekend I got to work, unfortunately, on Easter and all that shit. Easter weekend I got to work. But luckily, this time it's only two movies and not like seven fucking movies that came out this weekend, like the last weekend I had off. Or like I had like 5 million things to catch up on my days off, and that pretty much consumed my days off. It's kind of sucked. So, but unfortunately, there was two, not one. It should have been one, but for some reason it was two. And before I get into the one I'm sure everybody wants me to talk about, which is Godzilla and Kong, I do got to talk about the first movie I saw, which is Cat's Life. I'm sure everybody, including me myself a few days ago, are wondering what the fuck is a cat's life. So, uh, uh, just mind me for a second. I got a little story to tell. So, uh, back in about last year, when we got, I would say about from September to November, we had this very dark period of time as far as the movie releases goes. Um, because, well, there was a thing called the actors and writers strike going on. And because of that, a lot of movies that were supposed to come out in October and September, from like September to November, did not come out because they got pushed back because of the writers actor strike, because a lot of actors could not promote their movies, and that was affecting the box office, which not that's not always entirely true, but whatever. So because of that, movie theaters were scrambling, a lot, including mine, to try to find shit to put out. And so they would put out some of the most random shit I never heard of, like every week, like week by week. It was like, what the hell is this? I go in blind, and a lot of them were either mediocre or really fucking bad or just whatever. And one studio that stuck out, that I got a lot of fucking films by, was a film studio called Blue Fox Studios, who I had never heard of and wish I never did, but now I will never forget their fucking names. Um, they produced some pretty decent to okay movies for the most part. There was that movie, the best movie being Aristotle and Dante uh, discovered the secrets of the universe. Where the fuck? That was a really good movie. And like mediocre to okay animated movies like The Cancer Real Ghost and I forget what other fucking. They also did The Adventure, which was fucking boring as hell. But there was one bad movie that they really did do, and when I heard of the title of Cat's Life, I thought exactly of this movie. And it was this movie called Teddy's Christmas, which came out in December and was this movie about a talking teddy bear that was from, I forget what country it was from, but it was not from America. It was like a Hungarian movie or something. I don't know, Bulgarian movie that was not originally in English. And so because of that, instead of like, I don't know, doing the easy thing, which is, hey, let's just take this movie and put English subtitles on it and put it out in the theaters. No, they decided to do an English dub of it, and it was fucking horrible. It was like really bad. Like it makes you want to apologize for ever making fun of like the Godzilla old Godzilla movies. At least those had charm to them. At least they kind of did try. There was like no effort put into these fucking that movie. And so when I heard of this, it's the exact same fucking thing. It's a French film that was never meant to be in English, it, uh, put in English, but they decided to do an English dub version of this movie called A Cat's Life, which apparently came out a year ago, 2023. And I'm like, oh boy. I'm like, I watched the trailer, I'm like, oh boy, this is exactly having the Teddy's Christmas vibes. I'm like, oh boy. I was like preparing myself. I'm like, this is gonna be fucking drizzling shits. And I was kind of right and kind of wrong. This movie isn't as bad as Teddy's Christmas. I think the English dubbing was a little bit better, a little bit. like just a little bit, but still wasn't very good. This movie still wasn't very good at all. This is another movie of like, what the fuck am I sitting here in a theater watching this for? Like, I don't understand why theaters are doing this. They have movies out. There's a big movie out this weekend, only like Godzilla and Kong. Why do we need anything else? Like, there's do what? Just add another screen for Godzilla Kong, or or something like that, or another screen for Dune or something like that. I don't fucking know anything. You don't have to fucking put like this random shit that no one's gonna see. No one. I was the only one in the theater. A 35-year-old man was the only one in the theater called seeing a movie called A Cat's Life. That's fucking sad. And I guarantee you, I'm the only one fucking that will buy a ticket this weekend. I guarantee it. So, what's the movie about? It's a movie about a cat who, okay, this drove me nuts at the beginning. So, it's about this little kitten, this very curious kitten who at the beginning of the movie is living in this attic with his like mama cat, and all his brothers and siblings, all his other siblings and stuff like that. And they live in the attic of this house where uh, that is already occupied by this family and this little girl. But apparently, this family of cats have been living in this attic, and the whole family has never fucking noticed it one fucking time until the mama cat dies, and like the family like the babies are starving. That is the only fucking time. Like, I don't know how the fuck they went the whole time not knowing about it. It's like the parents are like surprised when the little girl comes downstairs with a fucking kitten and is like, where the fuck did you get that from? And like, it's upstairs. I'm like, how the fuck did you not notice that this whole fucking time? It's like been there for like months. Like, how? Like, I give it, but the movie gets dark at the beginning where fucking the mama cat goes to fucking chase a rat on a roof or whatever, and the rat tricks it into pretty much falling to its death. I swear to fucking God, it happens at the beginning of this movie. I was like, oh, it's like that was pretty fucking dark. I did not see that coming. Um, and the rest of the movie is about this little girl who was this cat who's very curious and likes to run off all the fucking time. And a little girl, honestly, the biggest problem with the English dubbing is that, like, the voice acting is really bad. Like, there's no emotion shown by, or like, they all have the same vocal emotion throughout the whole fucking, like, the mom, the dad, the girl, the neighbor, weird neighbor lady, they all have like the same. They have the same cadence. They always, no matter what's going on, and it's like I don't believe that that anything that is coming out of this character's mouth is what is really being or like that yeah is being said or whatever. I'm trying to think of the word like that, but it's like it's fucking weird. It's like the voice acting is very bad, like really fucking bad, like atrociously bad. Um, and like it's a story about a little girl who goes to a cabin and her parents are getting divorced. So they're trying to sell the cabin, and then eventually a cat disappears, and it's gone for like months. And apparently, the neighbor lady sees the neighbor. There's a weird neighbor lady who the girl calls a witch, who has a dog named Rambo. Not making that up. Uh, and there's a whole fucking thing about Rambo. The little girl had never seen Rambo. I'm not fucking shocked she's never seen Rambo. She's only like fucking 10 years old. Um, don't even probably know what the fuck that is until that little girl, the woman said anything. Um, and it's a movie about the little kitten and her adventures, and then the little girl being sad, and then the neighbor being weird, yada yada yada. And it's a fucking. I was just bored out of my mind. I was like, why am I watching this in a theater? Why is this in a theater? What am I doing with my life? It's not one of the worst movies of the year, but definitely just very fucking pointless. It's so fucking pointless. And I'm like, what am I doing? Like, this is like, I was just like, I was bored out of my fucking skull. I was like, I should just be seeing Godzilla and Kong, but some reason the theater decided to put this out too, so I have to watch this too. I don't have to watch it. I watch every fucking movie that comes out, and of course, I think they're fucking with me. So, um, yeah, I don't recommend fucking Cat's Life. It sucked. It was just, it was goddamn boring, pointless. Cat was cute. Sort of cat was cute. Um, I don't know what the fuck else to say about it. There was a weird camera angle throughout the fucking movie that was driving me nuts. Where it was like these weird close-ups of the cat and the little girl. I'm like, why am I looking at so close and these characters so fucking closely? It was weirding me out. Um, I just don't care. I give this. What the fuck did I give this? I don't even know. Fuck, I'll give it a D. I was thinking about C minus. I'll give it a D. It's it's not good. Like, why am I? Why is this again? Why is this in theaters? I'll be back with one more review. I think everybody knows what that is. And until then, I'll talk to you guys later.